So I straight up lied about my age and I said I was 18 just so I can enroll into a teen cooking class at Little Kitchen Academy, and it worked. So here is what I learned in a 3-hour class in 3 minutes. The recipe for that night was a dill pickle dip, but we actually ended up learning 3 recipes, so we got a 3-for-1 deal. In addition to the dip, we baked breadsticks and we also learned how to make pickles. First up was breadsticks, and it was pretty fun. I like kneading dough. I felt like I was making a pizza. But yeah, I was kneading the dough and it was way too sticky, and I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, what is going on? And then I was like, teacher, my dough's too gloopy, can I have some more? And then she gave me like half cup more flour, and it was all good. So then I put into a bowl, let it rest for 20-30 minutes, and then walked away. And then we had to clean up our stations for the next recipe. Next up was the pickles, and this is where you learn knife skills. And I realized that after taking this class, I've been using knives wrong because I don't cut properly. There's an actual way to hold it, and like most people, they hold it like putting their finger on the top blade, or they just wrap their whole hand around the handle, and that's what I do. But yeah, I realized I was cutting it wrong, and then when I was cutting it, I didn't even do the claw thing. I felt like Kendall Jenner, like cutting cucumbers. It was weird. But yeah, I shoved it all into a jar, but it didn't fit, so I ate some. And yeah, I got a free jar, and then I labeled it, drew a little helmet girl on it, and shoved it in the fridge. Lastly, the main event, the dill pickle dip. So you gotta cut up your crudité. So here I am chopping up celery and chopping up the carrots. I think my knife skills are getting better. I don't know. Here's everyone else doing their thing. At this point, we were a little over halfway into the class, and I was getting more comfortable, and I don't even know why I was nervous, because like, I guess I'm an old woman in a teenage class, but whatever. But I was chatting with the girl in front of me and the student next to me, and because I was conversing with them, I was like, ooh, yay, new friends. But like, little do they know, your new friend is double your age. Anyway, so here's a video of me chopping up the pickles. We also used like a lot of spices. I forget what was in it. It was like parsley, garlic, salt, pepper, yada yada yada. Cream cheese, pickle juice, some lemon, a squirt of that in there, and then you mix it all up. The class is pretty fun. So even though 3 hours, it sounds like a long time, you do so much, and it's like very autonomous, and you're kind of just doing your own thing, and the time just flies by. So here's my final dip. It looks like tartar sauce, and this is the final product. That is the instructor's. Hers is lactose free. So if you have allergies, that's cool because it'll swap out ingredients anyways. We had break time, and then everyone just went on their phones, which is like hilarious because that's such a classic teen thing to do. After that, we checked on our breadsticks, and here's my fat dough ball. We were told to make 4 breadsticks or 8 skinny breadsticks, and I didn't want to do either of those, so I was kind of just doing my own thing. And then while I was making my breadsticks, I made a twisty one, and the girl in front of me saw it, and she was just like, wow, that looks really cool, I'm gonna copy you. And I was just like, yeah girl, go ahead, let me start a trend. And then the guy next to her saw, and he copied us too. So I was just like, look at me starting this creative circle. But yeah, I ended up making 2 bagels as well, and then 1 pretzel. And that was pretty much everything. We were done all the recipes, and then we had to clean up our station, so I wiped it down. We went over to the community table and we had dinner together. The breadsticks are still in the oven. That's my friend, by the way. But yeah, here I am enjoying the dip. It was super delicious, and then we pulled out the breadsticks. Mine turned out like really puffy and ugly, but whatever, it was still good. And after that, everyone asked what grade we're going into, and I told them my real age, and they just gasped.